All right, guys, we're gonna do it. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna talk about the virus, the beer bug. We're not gonna say its name, or I'm not gonna put the name in the title because it seems to want to get your videos demonetized faster than you know what. But yeah, so we're gonna call it. We're gonna refer to it as the beer bug. I've heard that being going around. I don't think YouTube's censoring it, so let's do that. And in case you're wondering, my avatar, I've switched it up a little. I thought I might troll some liberals. I might get some liberals offended. Hey, check this out, right? I have the best walls, the biggest walls. Everybody should ask me about my walls. They're the best walls. Anyway, let's jump into it. So, beer bug Australia. Queensland researchers find a cure and are awaiting drug trial. Some patients who tested positive for beer bug in Australia have already been treated with one of the drugs and all did very, very well, researchers say. So a team of Australian researchers say they found a cure for the novel beer bug and hope to have patients enrolled in nationwide trials by the end of the month. University of Queensland Centre for Clinical Research Director Professor David Patterson told news.com.au today that we have seen 2 drugs used to treat other conditions wipe out the virus in its test tubes. He said that one of the medicines given to some of the first people to test positive for beer bug had already resulted in a disappearance of the virus and completely recovered from the infection. So, yeah, Australia's obviously doing a really, really good job when it comes to obviously going through and leading in the charge when it comes to solving the beer bug problem. Obviously, you know, we want our beer back. We don't want to get stuck not feeling well. But not only that, but also first patient will get an experimental beer bug vaccine today. But scientists warn it'll be at least a year before the jab could be rolled out to the rest of the world. Now, obviously, this is funny because I think this is actually in America. Humans will begin trial an experimental beer bug vaccine today, a senior US official has revealed. 40 patients in Seattle, which are currently being ravaged by an outbreak, will receive the jab to test if it's safe. None of the volunteers who are aged between 18 to 55 will be infected at this point. Further trials are planned if the vaccine is safe. So not only is Australia doing their part, but America is doing their part as well. Makes me want to put in a Starship Trooper meme of, are you doing your part? But anyway, but obviously not everybody is handling it as well as they could be. Italy at the moment is really not handling it well. Italy beer bug victims over 80 will not receive treatment if situations worsen under emergency plan. PM warns country is entering its riskiest weeks. So Italian beer bug patients who are over the age of 80 will not receive intensive care if the crisis worsen under an emergency plan being proposed in Chute. The plans drawn up by a civil protection official warn that it will be necessary to apply criteria for those to have extensive treatment if there are too many patients. Well, here's an idea. Maybe if you don't want too many patients, maybe you should close your borders. Maybe you should stop the mass amount of people that are coming into your country from abroad that are having to pick up every Tom, Dick and Harry bug along the way. Because you know what spreads viruses really, really fast? Travel. Especially among people who might necessarily be the healthiest of all because they've been traveling for a few weeks. For example, like, has anyone noticed that the countries that seem to be handling this beer bug crisis the worst seem to be the ones that are, well, I don't know, how do you say, closing their borders, right? Russia, doing an amazing job, had single figures, I think it is, single figure accounts of the beer bug. What they do? Close their borders. The US, for the size of the US population of $320 million, at the moment, there's what, 60 something cases. to be honest, there's a lot of fear and hype and people that are just losing their mind over this whole beer bug situation. And to be honest, a lot of people need to calm the hell down. But anyway, let's keep going. Open borders, Germany closes borders. I wonder why Germany is closing their borders right now. It's interesting, isn't it? So Germany closes borders with 5 countries as beer bug, almost said it, cases jump to 1,000 in 24 hours. Seems like Germany, who's had open border policy, is not handling the situation very well either. It's weird. It seems like all these countries that are like, you must open your borders, they're the ones that are seemingly having a very big problem with this right now. But hey, who would have known? But are we against building walls? Flashback. EU refused to fund pointless Greek border fence before crisis. So some of you may know there's about 30,000 people that I've heard of, there's probably more than that by now, who are trying to knock down Greece's wall, so to speak, figuratively speaking, because they want to enter Greece. Well, back at the day, the EU refused to fund it, calling it a pointless endeavour. Really now? Pointless, is it? How's that beer bug handling for you guys over there? Yeah, really wishing that Greece had that wall right about now, I betcha. But you know, don't worry, because the European Union says Greece must let migrants claim asylum. Yes, Greece. It's too bad, Greece. You're just going to have to pucker it up. Because us, the ruling elites over in the EU, we're telling you what you must and must not do with your country. What, you want sovereignty? Forget it. We're the EU. We're going to tell you exactly what you can and can't do with your country. And then when we get another situation similar to Brexit, but this time with the Greece and Italy and all these other places, we're going to be completely shocked and dismayed. Because everybody loves it when we, the rich elites in Brussels, tell you what to do with your country. You just have to pucker up and just do as you're told. Right, Greece? Greece, I got 2 words for you. Greece exit. Just saying. Just saying. But moving along. But hey, it's, you know, it's not all good news. Brothers who plan to make a profit off Amazon selling hand sanitizer they've been stopped by Amazon. Because Amazon wants to sell. You know, it's okay for Amazon to sell toilets and toilet rolls at inflated prices, but God forbid someone go through and decide to do this himself. Amazon will, oh no, boy, oh no. We're in the middle of a beer bug situation here. We're not going to let you profit off selling hand sanitizer. Please, by the way, please buy our toilet rolls for $45 a roll or something now. Yeah, but literally they're going to sell toilet rolls at inflated prices, but if someone else goes to do it, some entrepreneur, whether you like the fact he did it or not, he still has the right to do it, right? Free economy. At the end of the day, because he had the foresight to do this, Amazon's, oh no. I'm just going to say one word for you, mate. If you ever see this, it's called Zenka. You can get a shop up and running like that. And you can sell those sanitizers like that. I'm just more upset about the fact that I didn't think of it. But anyway, regardless. But you know, hey, death toll in Australia has risen to 5. Apparently, we've had 5 victims now. You know, if you go down to the shops and look at the pasta section or the toilet roll, you think it's the end of the world. But no, we've lost 5 to beer bug. They were brave beer drinkers. All they wanted was a beer. But at the end of the day, the beer bug took all 5 of them. 5! God damn it, 5! We've lost more in the flu season, but oh my god, the beer bug is bad. Seriously? But hey, canola, beer bug. Why drafting order to establish medical supply chains? White House, is drafting order to establish medical supply chains in the US. And this will be a really good thing that comes out of this whole situation. If the rest of the world can go through and release their dependence on China for manufacturing everything, that would be great. Now you're probably wondering, well, don't we make our own drugs in the US? No. About 90% of drugs actually come from China. Now, it's not just the US that's problematic when it comes to this. It's also the rest of the world as well. I would suggest that at the end of the day, we all need to start making our own drugs. We all need to start being a little bit more self-reliant and stop relying on cheap third world labour where the rich and elites can go through, these people that are globalists who seemingly want to make it impossible to have manufacturing in our own countries, but love the idea of manufacturing over in China where this cheap labour is. Who would have thought? But at the end of the day, I think we all need to go through and start being a little bit more self-reliant. But I don't know. What do you guys think? And as, Bill pointed out here, since the start of the flu season in October 2019, 2.78668 million cases of the flu across the country. Regarding beer bug, 24,000. Now, these aren't deaths. These are just cases of the flu, right? But it just goes to show, look at the difference between the two numbers. Why is it when people freak out over this one, but they don't freak out over this one? And that's the question we all need to ask. Well, actually, the bigger question we need to ask is, why was it the beer bug that had a epicenter where there just happens to be a biosecurity lab level 4 when it's a level 4 or 5 contagion? Why is it that it just happens to be this major containment that just seems to break out right across the room or right across the road from a level 4 biolab? Now, I'm not saying China's released it deliberately. I think it's completely accidental. But at the end of the day, I think it's just the fact that China has substandards when it comes to health and security measures. And the beer bug got out. But anyway. But don't worry, because, the left seem to have a theory that the beer bug will kill more conservatives than it will with Democrats. But yes, WAPO's Jennifer Rubin suggested there'll be less Democrat deaths regarding the beer bug than conservatives. I don't know how you get this idea. I really, really don't. To me, conservatives are more likely to be the preppers. The conservatives are more likely to be the ones that have firearms and self-defense. And they're more likely to have food supplies. It's the liberals who don't know how to hunt. They don't know how to operate a rifle, most of them anyway. They don't have any massive supplies of foods. They're the ones that tend to be panicking right now. Worst case scenario, if we ever run out of food, I get in my car, I go for a drive, I take my rifle, that I don't have, and, which I don't, but, but I'll get a rifle somehow. There's a drug dealer on the street, he'll have one. Go down to him, buy a rifle, go shooting, get an animal, bring it home, cook it up on the barbie. Problem solved. There you go. Beer bug solution 1. Right, we'll start with the top 10 solutions for beer bug. Now, you ask a liberal or progressive what to do about that, and they'll be like, go to McDonald's or go to supermarket, go to Coles, Woolworths, buy the meat from there, and then when they can't do that, they'll be like, I don't know what to do. Now, obviously, this is a generalization, but generally, that's how I see the two camps. To be honest, I don't know any conservative that is overly worried about this, because we can take care of ourselves. We don't rely on the government to fund us, to keep us fed, or to give us money. It's weird, that, isn't it? But keep going. But at the end of the day, guys, that's basically everything. Wrapping up the beer bug for the day. And please, for the love of God, please make this the last article I have to do regarding this. Look, at the end of the day, I really do think this whole beer bug situation is completely blown out of control. I think a lot of people are panicking, hence why people seemingly buy toilet paper. And at the end of the day, they're not thinking this clearly, rationally, or intelligently. For a start, it's toilet paper. Beer bug doesn't give you diarrhea, and you can't eat it. Just saying. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Would you like me to talk about this more? I don't know, guys. If you do, if you don't, let me know. Personally, I'm sick of hearing about it. I really, really am. But on the bright side, we have Star Citizen new patch coming out, and Doom too. So, and I've got 2 weeks off work, so I'm gonna stay home in my PJs for the vast majority of it and game like you have never gamed before. I am going to challenge the "do you even stream, bruh?" challenge. All right, we're gonna really let people know who streams around this place. And that's my idea for 2 weeks, is to avoid the beer bug, is just to stay home, play games, and talk to people online. Congratulations, you guys are going to win out because you get to see more of my beautiful Donald Trump face. Hey, check this out. I'm going to make America great again. Okay? It's going to be the best ever. But apart from that, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. I do need to fix the alignment of the lips and stuff like that. I might try and tune it up a little bit before the next video. But apart from that, guys, yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If this video has been helpful, please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Enjoy. Have a great night.